Yo, 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 yo. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Max and Juan cast. Max, it's been a minute. We live though. How you doing, bro?
Man, just sat through 3 hours of hell, but we came out good on the other side of it. I guess that's like a good thing to take away.
Well, you know why we here. Lakers play in. It's been a minute. Lakers win against the Wolves. A little bit of Hawks action too. Hawks beat the Heat. Uh Welcome to the channel though, guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment down below, all that good stuff. We got the draft going. We got NBA playoffs here. It's so stupid, Max, how none of this counts. Besides, like it being a legit playoff game, but stats wise, the NBA does not count it towards regular season or
Yeah, I really
postseason.
don't get why you wouldn't count it. You know, it's a
So
game.
stupid.
It's a high stakes game, and honestly, I thought the Lakers were going to lose this game for a large part of it.
Yeah.
Timberwolves kind of had their way, and God, what a way to get into the playoffs.
Well, just like every other NBA game, Max, the refereeing was awful. It's terrible. I mean,
I don't think they understand what it means to play physical versus foul, because
yeah,
there's so many instances where I could be like, oh, that's a foul. Oh, that's a foul. And then there's
mhm,
instances where it's like, oh no, that's just physical. It's like the
yeah,
guys who get offensive fouls for like swinging their arms through to shoot. It's like, well, as a defender, maybe get your fucking head out of the guy's way. Because if
yeah,
I bring my arm up to shoot and I hit you with my elbow, that's not a foul. That's me
right.
going to shoot the ball. It's a basketball move. And again, LeBron gets a call where he dives on the floor. They call a foul. Um, it's just puzzling. And I think Gobert is like the big loser from this game because the Wolves look great without him.
Yeah, look, I gotta admit I was wrong. I didn't have receipts on it. We didn't do like any preview or anything for the playing game, but I thought the Lakers were gonna kick their ass, honestly.
No,
Like
I wish.
they were missing McDaniels, who I think is a big part. They were missing Nas Reed.
Yeah,
And of course,
Gobert.
it was less about Gobert. I knew that was gonna unlock Cat. Like it was obvious tonight. Like that's what it takes to unlock him. Just put him in at center. Why are you playing him at power forward? That's another story for in a couple minutes. But I was totally wrong. And the Lakers came out. They were kind of sluggish. Um,
Very sluggish
I
one.
yeah,
Very.
it took a while for them to get going, man. And I think Cat getting those four fouls early and the Lakers being in the bonus early in the fourth quarter really
nine
helped
minutes
them out.
in, 9 minutes
Yeah,
in, they were in the bonus. And my dad was like, take it at Cat every freaking time. Like, there's no reason not to. First of all, he's a horrible defender. And again,
yeah,
I don't think there's a guy in the NBA who's as bad as Cat at just getting the dumbest fouls in
yeah,
history. Like, if we recount Cat's fouls, the one where he's pulling down AD again, I don't necessarily know if that's really a foul, but again, don't put yourself in that position, numbnut with four, to take a foul like that. He had one where he clocks him. He just extends his arm, stiff arm. It's just like, what are you doing?
yeah,
You're the best player on the court. I mean, Anthony Edwards was horrible today. You
yeah.
know, he had an off night. He took a very scary fall, which contributed. But, Cat, man, it's just how many years can you just be this like low IQ?
Yeah. As far as the game wise, I mean, it was exciting and all that, but I feel like that was more on the refs making it more exciting. But I thought both teams played fucking terrible. Like LeBron in a closeout game, and I know he made enough plays to win tonight, but really
Uh,
stupid plays by
we
Braun.
couldn't
Like
inbound the ball. We couldn't inbound the
couldn't inbound the ball. He got ripped by uh who was it? Was it Kyle? No, it wasn't Kyle Anderson. It was when he dove for the ball and he got a
Oh, that
foul.
was Torian Prince. And then in
Torian
overtime,
Prince.
we get a stop. We're up by 3. He dribbles the ball, loses a handle, goes out of bounds. I'm like, what are you doing? What up, Dak?
Yeah.
What up,
Yeah.
my boy?
Welcome, Dak, bro. Welcome to the live, bro. Lakers win, beat the Timberwolves, advancing to the 7th seed, and they're gonna be playing the Memphis Grizzlies. Raw reactions right now.
Dude.
So was this more of the Lakers winning or the Timberwolves losing?
I think you have to tip your hat to the Lakers in their ability not to give up, but this game shouldn't have been close. And yeah, I guess you could say Minnesota was shooting the lights out, but again, they're getting some open looks. Like, wow, Mike Conley 6 for 7. Well, maybe if you stop giving him open threes, he'll miss them. D'Lo was awful for the Lakers. Didn't really like what I saw from him. Rui Hachimura came in, thought he played really well. The Lakers were just sloppy all game, and AD and Cat, they're matched up with small guys. They're like, oh, I don't want to take the ball. I don't want to take the ball and post up. I don't understand this. I just don't get it. AD, he got hurt 3 times during the game. Gotta love to see that. But Timberwolves collapsed one. I think they scored 9 points in the fourth quarter in an NBA game.
Yeah, Mike Conley saved their ass. I think Mike Conley had 6 threes.
Yeah, and then he had the 3 on Anthony Davis. And my dad goes, what would you do if you made that shot and AD fouled him? I said I probably would have cried. I would have cried.
Yeah, but watching this game, I know it's exciting for the Lakers and stuff, and I felt a lot more confident before this game, but I didn't like what I saw. The only positive outcome that I saw from this is that the Lakers definitely have depth. Like D'Lo didn't play much crunch time today.
No,
he went
didn't
with
play in the
Schroeder.
fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think he just played on that last possession.
You'll recall him getting the ball just yanked from his hands, looking too cool for school.
Yeah,
but I mean,
but
Schroeder,
you know what?
he's
there's gonna be a game match where he fits in a lot better. We'll see how that happens with Memphis, but as Dak drops a $2 donation,
first donation. Wow, can I read the comment?
Yeah, go ahead.
Joey's a large simp. I have to say, the evidence points to a certain conclusion about that topic.
Oh my gosh!
I wish we could talk about that, to be honest, but I digress. Dak, shout out for you. $2 big. 1 will keep 2. I'll keep 0. That's how it rolls here. 1 has to steal the money to get trips, guys.
Ridiculous, bro. But Anthony Edwards, you think he was hurt?
Yeah, definitely. That fall was scary. The fall was scary, but I think he was banged up, and he had a really bad game. I think he's 3 for 15, 0 for 10 from 3, 9 points, and there were times he just looked a little tentative. Yeah. The Lakers had good defense. Have to give them that. For a good part of the game, they locked in defensively, and they were making it hell. But again, the fourth quarter was you could just show that to kids. This is how you don't play a fourth quarter for both teams. It's here's no offense. This guy standing around. They're scared.
Yeah. All right. So Lakers are going to play Memphis, and the Wolves are going to go on and play the winner of the 9-10 seed matchup.
Thunder versus Pelicans. Who you picking? One?
I got the Thunder, honestly.
I got the Thunder too.
Yeah, the Pelicans are done.
Can we just stop talking about Zion, bro? Can we just stop? Let's just trade this guy who's made out of glass and just eats Funyuns.
You think so? You sent me a text this morning.
I was like, why do we trust this guy? Why do we even like this guy? He played 20 games. He's played 84 games, 100 games in 4 years.
I tell you one thing though, Max.
I know it looks good for those 4 games won. I know.
No, it's more than 4 games though. He's had stretches now for 2 seasons, not in a row, mind you, but at least 2 seasons of flashes of just this guy can be freaking amazing, and it's effortless for him.
He's played 114 games in 4 seasons.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I mean, just cut bait. Just be like, hey, dog, let's trade him somewhere where the food seems nice. That'll get him out the league, make you look like a good team. So I think if they trade him somewhere,
I don't think so.
I think you trade him to Dallas. You just let that.
What do you trade him for, though?
Oh, whatever. It's better than whatever the fuck he's doing now. I don't even want to get into this. I'm just saying, like, New Orleans, you drafted him. You didn't factor in, like, hey, beignets, gumbo, crawfish, whatever that fat fuck eats. I like Zion, too. I'm just upset that this guy's hamstring is just not healing. Like, what the fuck are we doing? How bad is it? Like, I just want someone to tell me, like, if
It's
he
a
ran one more
hammy,
inch, it
Max.
was
It's
gonna
a
fucking explode.
hammy.
Like, I just want someone to tell me, like, oh my god, he needs a hamstring transplant.
Look, man, when we did see him play, they were the number 1 seed, though, Max.
Oh yeah, for fucking 20 games, yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
a
but
team started hot one.
yeah,
We've
yeah,
never
yeah,
heard
but
that.
we've
Hey, the
seen
Lakers
it,
were the 1
though.
seed in the fucking West the second half of the season.
I get you, but we've seen it, though, with this team, and I think the Pelicans are like, dude, look at our upside when this guy plays. If I'm the Pelicans, I don't trade him unless it's a really good package. I completely disagree that you cut bait with him and you just trade whatever. I definitely want like great assets with it. Like I wouldn't trade him for like something under the lines of like what the Lakers got for Westbrook. Like I'm getting way more than that. I'm sorry.
No. That's like an all-time low. Like, would you trade him
Well, that's what
for?
you're saying. You're saying for anything.
No. I'm
Like
just saying just trade him, get like 5 first-round picks, whatever. I mean, dude, you can sell me all you want. And this is something weird I find about you right now. You're always talking about if a guy's not healthy now, you think he's gonna start getting healthy? You think like, oh, after 4 years of this shit, it'll fix.
he needs to lose weight, bro. He needs to lose
I don't
weight.
think this is about the weight. He's just brittle.
Yeah, but don't you think he'll be a lot better at 20
I
pounds
don't think. I think he'll
slimmer?
get hurt then too.
You think so?
I
You think
mean,
it's just who he is?
20 less than 300 is 280.
I mean, we haven't even talked about when he got hurt in college. He was
He blew
hurt
out
in
his
college too.
shoe, busted his shit. I mean, dude, I'm just looking at it right now. 24 games as a rookie, 61 games. And then I think he got hurt, right? In the bubble or some shit.
Zion at his best, Max. Top 10 player?
Yeah, sure. For those 20 games a year, he's a top 10 player. Yeah, he's a dog. I like him too. I really like the kid. I really wish he'd get healthy. And I'm sorry for calling him fat and calling him a fuck, but I'm just like I'm just exhausted of like these NBA players just fucking being made out of glass these days. Just tired of it. Like, hey guys, you make millions and millions of dollars. Just fucking pull up your jock strap and play. I don't fucking go to my job. I'm like, oh, I fucking go to hangnail. Just
Oh
saying.
no, let me find out, Max. Oh no.
I went to work and I had a fucking kidney stone. I fucking almost fainted. So I'm just saying. Just saying. I'm not even that tough of a person.
But I wouldn't trade him for anything, man. I really like Zion.
I trade him
like
for Jaylen Brown.
I get man.
Give me Fred VanVleet and Chris Boucher in a first.
No fucking way. No fucking way, dude. No fucking way.
What did you trade him for? Would you trade him for Desmond Bane and Dylan Brooks?
No. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, actually. I know, right? They're like, ooh, 2 fucking good players. Yeah. At least I'll get 160 games out of those guys. I'll get 20.
How crazy? How crazy would that be? If I get number 1 and number 2 pick from the same draft on the same team.
Oh, Ja and Zion. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, Ja and Zion.
But I mean, Memphis, though, with barbecue, he's fucked.
How quick would you accept the trade for Jaylen Brown?
Oh.
I don't think they get that, though. It's so weird with New Orleans, man, because they got so much shit from the Lakers and they end up getting Zion. And they were such a fucking good team, dude. Like they were great last year.
Stop it. They weren't great last year. They were good last year. They weren't great. Come on, don't be like
they were
that.
Great at times. They
were fun.
They were just fun. Missing.
They were fun without him. Like they were fine.
Imagine if they had him though.
Imagine if my aunt had balls. She'd be my uncle. Just saying, like,
be Phoenix.
I don't even know how we got down this rabbit hole. It was just Zion. I'm just like,
because you're hating Zion so much because he's injured all the time. That's why.
I'm just tired of these guys. Like, yeah, let's just keep giving him chances. Anyone else would be like, oh yeah, he's no way. It's time to cut bait. Also, hey, it's not like he broke his wrist. It's his foot. It's
Well,
his
that's what
hamstring.
happens. But that's what happens, though, Max. When you're the
It's his
number one
knee.
pick in any sport, it can be in football. When you're a top 10 pick or top 5 pick or a first round draft pick, let alone like you get chances. That's the way it works. That's like one of the pros that you get when you get drafted that high. And to top it all off, all the shit that we have seen when he's healthy, way too risky to cut bait for just anything. No fucking way. What are you looking up there?
I just want to see what this guy's like injuries are. Like, because I know he had a meniscus, right? Did he
Yeah.
tear his meniscus?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's this here? It's his hamstring. There's just no
Hammy.
fucking. We don't know what it is though. It's just hamstring. So what this makes me think is like his hamstring's attached by a thread.
No.
So let's see. I'm just looking up his injuries. I've seen so many things like on the injury report that says reconditioning. So he hurt his knee at Duke. He let's see. Jones fracture in his right foot. That's a bad injury. Let's see. Then he fucked up his wrist.
Body.
Then his hamstring. Yeah. Let's keep going with the lower body stuff. Like, God forbid you just throw out your like shoulders.
Well,
your.
Can you think of a player that's been injury riddled his first like 3 years in the league and
like turned
got
it around
back on the horse? Yeah.
Zach LaVine, but I mean, I don't consider tearing your ACL like being injury prone.
Yeah.
Like this guy just gets battered like a day in.
Not like Zion.
Yeah, I'm genuinely trying to think like Bynum.
I'm trying to think.
I mean, he didn't come back though. He died. You know, he's for it over. I'm just trying to think like who's the guy who just
Chris Mim? Oh wait, he didn't come back either.
No, he didn't come back. Yeah, dude. I mean, I just
Julius Randle, but like you said,
come on, he breaks his leg and he's fine for like the rest of his career. He's never got hurt again.
No, those are freak accidents.
Yeah, exactly. It's just I just don't understand it.
It's tough, man, because I think Zion at his best, dude. It's like, to me, he can be a top 5 player. Throw him in at top 10, I'll be happy.
And that year, he's just like, oh my God, he stayed healthy. He played 72 games. He looks amazing. Like if you have Zion for 5 years, you think he's going to play all 5 of those years? Like how many of those years you're like, oh, he played 10 games?
Yeah, exactly. But it's worth it. It's worth it if you get 1 or 2 years, even one. I think that's just how special it is. I think that's how special he is, though.
So you think like if he played 1 year, they're a title contender?
Yes.
Oh, you're crazy.
I think so.
Oh
my look how weak the West was, Max. You act like the West was so fucking good.
I mean,
it was wide open. Huh?
Lakers, dude. Would you trade Zion right now for Anthony Davis?
No fucking way.
I think AD's way better than Zion right now.
I'm just taking AD because I think AD is better than Zion, but
yeah, and healthier, which is bad to say.
No.
So you're picking the Pelicans? Or are you Thunder? You said
no, Thunder for sure.
Yeah, I'll go with the Thunder. What's the other?
I think the Pelicans have been done for months now.
What's the one on the East? The Bulls and the God, this is gonna be disgusting. The Raptors. Oh, I think the Raptors got that one in the bag.
I got the Bulls. The Raptors are fucking terrible too. They're gonna fire their coach.
Hey, your coach, I know the Bulls are terrible too. Yeah, oh.
But still, like the Raptors are pretty bad right now.
Yeah, so are the Bulls.
Hey, they got Pat Bev, bro. Playoff playoff G.
Do you think the Heat are gonna make it? Like in?
They looked disgusting today. That was not Heat basketball.
They're such a small team. Have you noticed that? I was like,
well, this is kind of who they are all year, right? Like,
yeah, this is the bet they've made.
Yeah, they can't shoot. Their bench fucking sucks. Like, they win off of hard play and fucking Jimmy Butler going to town.
I feel like if they can get like 10 threes in a game, they're like, wow, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I think Bam is like plateaued as a guy too. It's like, they keep saying, oh, Bam's gonna give Bam the ball some more, let him score. It's like, no, that's not him.
Bam is just still really good though.
No, he's good.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the Hawks today, Max?
I'm shocked. I mean, it's kind of weird timing when you hear all these trade rumors. Did I say trade young or Trey Young? Trey Young trade
Trade
rumors.
Young.
Trade Young. There you go. I'm kind of surprised. I'm not surprised to hear it. It's just like weird timing, right? Like right before the game, maybe they were using that to fuel the fire. I mean, if I'm Atlanta, I mean, he's not Steph Curry, guys. So just trade him if you want to. Like I know the Hawk fans would like die because like this is their franchise guy, but like is Trey Young really like is he going to be the number one guy on a championship team? One, you really think so?
It's hard because everyone looks back at that Easter Conference Finals run, and they're like, "Yeah, he can be the guy," but I truly feel like he can't. Uh, I think there's a certain ceiling that you have with him, and I just can't get over how bad he is on defense. And this year, I thought that getting DeJounte Murray would kind of
No,
negate
but
that.
we said like, hey, there's Klay Thompson,
Yeah,
but we're
but
Steph Curry's average. This guy is like horrendous.
yeah, but then again, if you really, it's hard to evaluate Trey Young, Max, because the advanced stats like love him, but it's one of those things where you have to watch him with your own eyes. Like you have to watch the game and see
Mhm.
how shit like transpires. And to me, there's a lot of times where Trey Young simply fucks up the offense for being Trey Young. And it's just something that you have to see. And the advanced stats is not going to tell you that. What do you think?
So I'm looking at his stats right now. I mean, this guy's been so linked to Steph Curry since he entered the league, right? And I like said during the draft, I don't did we have the show when he got drafted? I'm not sure if we did.
No,
Might have been
no.
just before. But I remember telling him, like, first of all, this guy entering the NBA is already a better passer than Steph Curry's ever been in his whole life, which I
Mhm.
stand by. Trey Young's a great passer, one of the best in the league. Does that mean he's the best playmaker? No, he's not. It's kind of like Luka, where it's like, oh, I hold the ball a lot and I get doubled and I throw the ball. There's different playmaking, and yeah, that's cool and all, but he's not your traditional Chris Paul point guard where he does a pick and roll, he dissects, blah blah blah. Teams are more worried about him scoring than passing. Like think of a guy like Rajon Rondo, that's a playmaker one. This is a
Mhm.
guy who wasn't looking to score but create for his teammates. And Trey Young is, I want to say he's like 65% looking to score, which I think is a little too high for him. And also the Steph Curry stuff one, he shot 34% from three this year. And I get he takes some bad shots, some tough shots. And you know me, I've always been the type of guy to say, hey, we had this discussion a long time ago. Someone said, oh, James Harden shot a 34% from three. I'm like, hey, just so you know, if you gave JJ Redick those shots, he shoot 10% from three. For no
Yeah,
shots of JJ Redick, I'm just saying, not all 3-point shots are created equal, right? Guys like Troy Bryant on the Lakers one, how good the his threes are. They're wide open. And he
right.
shoots 34%. So Trey Young's
Yeah,
a good shooter, but Curry is 42%, 41, like elite of the mark. This guy is not that, and he's just so abysmal on defense, like you said. So if I'm the Hawks, dude, I look to trade Trey Young. I look to find the right package. I don't trade him for nothing. Like it's not like Zion where I'm trading him for a blocking sled and a new laundry machine. But I would look for the right package one. I would.
well, it's funny that you bring up Trey Young and the Hawks. I kind of wanted to talk about Dallas. I know it happened on Sunday, with them getting kicked out of the playoffs, boohoo, whatever. But with all the Luca talk, uh, do you think the Mavs should trade Luka Doncic?
No,
Not
I don't think they
should, but
should, but I think the trade I don't blame Kyrie Irving for this team falling off a cliff. I blame the trade for Kyrie Irving, which means they traded two of their best 3-and-D guys,
correct.
and then they're wondering why they can't defend anybody. And yeah, Kyrie Irving's fun one. He's a great player. But if you don't have a really stacked defensive team around him, is it really
Yeah.
someone you want on your
I can't
team?
remember if you sided with me with this because we talked about the trade when it
I didn't
happened.
like the trade, and it wasn't like a Kyrie thing. I was just like, why? Like, what does he
I
do for?
remember saying like there's gonna be games where it looks amazing on the
Yeah,
offensive.
Orlando on Tuesday looks great.
Yeah. But the aftermath of it, it was not going to be good. And that's what happened. And I just think Dallas has been messing up ever since they've got Luka Doncic. Why can't I say his name tonight? Luka Doncic. There you go. Jeez.
Doncic, whatever.
Whatever.
I mean, they signed Christian Wood one, and they're like, "Oh, Christian Wood."
That was a terrible signing.
He's cool.
It was
He's
terrible.
cool, but it's like you really think he's gonna help? Like
he didn't. He didn't help all that much. It was a terrible signing.
Here's their roster, and this is like in a must-win game against Philly. Hardaway, Bullock, Powell, Kyrie, Luka, Kleber, Josh Green, Christian Wood. How many of those guys are good defenders? None of them. None of them.
Yeah.
They traded Finney Smith. They traded a first-round pick, which I was like, why?
Not to mention, they didn't sign Jalen freaking Brunson, who is had success with them and now is having success in New York.
Having a great year in New York, yeah.
Great year.
And I feel like they kind of went for Kyrie because they're like, oh, we need this Brunson. Kyrie's a better version of Brunson, which he is as a scorer, but when you have no defenders, they're giving up 110 points a game. It's like, what are you guys doing?
So it's like, where do we move forward from here? Because, like you said, they got no 3-and-D guys.
Nope. They have no asset.
They have this Kyrie Irving. Well, they have Kyrie Irving. That's still technically an asset.
He can walk.
Who can walk, but I do think they're gonna have to double down and sign him.
Correct.
That's what they're gonna do. Yeah, because that's the only asset that they have. So what do? They run it back with this subpar team that couldn't even make the freaking play-in game? And FYI, guys, you got to be the 10th seed to make the play-in game. It's embarrassing. You have arguably one of the best players in the NBA, and you can't make the 10th seed. Like, there's something wrong with this team. And that brings up the question, do you trade him?
I personally don't, but I think you need to take a long look at yourself in the mirror. And Luka, that starts with you too. Hey, man, I get you do a lot on offense. Get it. Totally get it. You can try a little harder on defense, right? Like you could be better, right?
He's so awful on defense this year.
Like you could just not bitch about every call ever, right? Like you could do that. And that's where it comes in. Like, Luka, you have to look at yourself in the mirror like, hey, you come into camp like killer shape. And guys, we talk about this guy like he's a Durant, like he's a LeBron. So just let's hold him to the same standard, right? Because LeBron James never missed the playoffs in the prime of his career. He would get crucified. And just so you guys know, when he's dragging the Cleveland Cavaliers with the worst team to the number 1 seed in the East, playing hard on both ends, that's the type of guy Luka Doncic gets talked about with, like a Hall of Fame guy. Well, you know what Hall of Fame guys do? They play on both ends of on the court. If you're going to say Steph Curry, Steph Curry does it. He tries. He tries harder than Luka. He's not 6'8". Luka actually he's big. He's strong. He actually has some good qualities about him on defense. He's smart. Steph Curry's 6'2". He's a fucking munchkin. Yeah. So, hey, you should not be the worst defender on your team, Luka. Sorry. Like, it's just pathetic, and, like, the effort's just not there, and it's just settling for shots, and I honestly feel like the roster just got way worse as soon as they made that trade for Kyrie.
No, 100%. And
Dorian Finney.
And Dorian Finney, Spencer Dinwiddie. They also traded him.
Yeah, I mean, why?
Look,
like, no offense. Like, is Dinwiddie that much worse than Kyrie in the role you need him to be? Like, hey, if I have a shit team, would you rather have Kyrie or Dinwiddie? You take Kyrie. But if you just need a guy who can get you some buckets here and there, and like, is it really that big a difference?
Yeah, it's shocking that they went all in for Kyrie. They should have went all in for like other guys. But
Bradley Beal, maybe?
Yeah. Look, if I'm the Mavs, you kind of gotta bust the Lakers, bro. Get a Rob Pelinka. We're shitting on Rob Pelinka last season, but he really did shut up a lot of people by making a bad mistake and turning it around and really salvaging the situation. Everyone was like, trade Russell Westbrook, trade Westbrook. It's like, all right, let's be patient here.
That
Let's let them
boy.
play.
When did the trade Russ stuff start? You think? Like how many
Oh,
weeks
that's
into last season? Like I think after the first game.
yeah. After the first game, yeah, it was already starting. It was an ongoing thing,
I
but
honestly I didn't think we'd make it that whole year with Russ.
yeah,
Like I
exactly.
don't
And
think people are
everyone
gonna
thought,
go back and remember Russ made it to year 2 with the Lakers.
yeah, and everyone thought in the offseason it was a done deal. Like it was gonna happen. It didn't happen. He waited all the way until the trade deadline to trade Russell Westbrook, and he got some damn good pieces, man. And he was working around it. And I know it's hard because maybe I'm slobbering all over Rob Pelinka because I am a Laker fan, but I truly think that's what the Mavs need to do here because that's their only asset in Kyrie Irving. And the fucked up thing about Kyrie Irving is that he is so questionable when it comes down to even just playing games. Like, who knows? Like, even if you do sign a max, what if he just doesn't want to play in the beginning of the season? Like,
Yeah,
he
what if
just sits out
oh
for
yeah,
some reason.
what if he just posts something and people hate him and he gets suspended by the league
Right.
and he just
It's just,
fractures the locker room? I don't
right.
know. I don't know. I like Kyrie. I think he's a misunderstood guy, but there's also some bad. There's a dark side to Kyrie. I don't think Kyrie's a bad dude. Just not a great teammate. Not a great locker room guy. Like you can't go get a beer with Kyrie right after a game.
Maybe that's the case, but I know
Like
he gets a lot of flack from Boston.
oh yeah, Boston who gives a fuck.
Yeah,
Fuck them.
yeah,
Have you ever seen that clip of Jaden Smith? And he's like, I was talking to kids my age, he's like a teenager, and I was like, don't you want to talk about like the world economy? It's like, no, asshole, I don't want to. I want to talk about like girls and football. Like that's Kyrie. It's like, oh, bro, did you see the football game? He's like, bro, did you see what's going on in like the South Sudan rare earth metal mines? It's like, all right, dude. Like I get that's cool. Like you're a good guy, but like it's fucking hard to get along with people like that.
yeah. I get
Like,
you.
hey,
I
Juan, I
get
just want to talk about football on the podcast. I don't want to talk about Donald Trump and Joe Biden and Barack
you.
Obama. I don't want to.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
get you. I'm on the same.
hashtag, hashtag come on,
I'm
Juan.
I'm on the same boat though, Max. By any means, you do not trade Luca Don. There I go again. Luca
Donkey.
D. Luca D. That's what I'm gonna call him tonight. Luca D. I do not trade
That
Luca,
was
bro.
a sell job by the Mavs, though. They didn't even try to get in. They were like, yeah, fuck it.
I mean, they had to get their top 10 pick. That was part of
I
it.
hope they lose it. Like they should miss it just for the clout.
No. What else did I want to talk about tonight? Uh, who are you looking forward to in these playoffs, man? Couple of teams that you like, couple of players that you like. Who do you think has the most on the line? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I want to just say, congratulations to the Nets for making the playoffs and not being a dumpster fire when can you think of a more tumultuous start to the season than the Nets had? Like, Jesus Christ, they made
Yeah.
it. I don't think they're going to do much against Philly. Ben Simmons, is he still playing for basketball? Is that guy still in the
No,
league?
he's done.
Yeah, he blew out his back.
Yeah,
He got his back blown out
allegedly,
again. Okay,
allegedly.
yeah. I think the best series in that one is the New York Knicks versus the who the Knicks playing? Jesus, I just had it on the tip of my tongue.
You
The
talking
Knicks,
about the Knicks and the? Oh my goodness, I'm forgetting myself. The Knicks and
the
the
Cavaliers. Cavaliers.
Cavs.
I
Yes.
can't wait to see that one. I want to see how Mobley is, Jared Allen, Don Mitchell. Feel like this is like a really good look for Knicks fans. They're gonna be like, why didn't we trade for Donovan Mitchell? Why didn't we do it? We could have had him. I'm excited for that one. I honestly think that series could go 7. The Bucks are gonna destroy whoever they play. Either the Bucks are gonna destroy the Heat or whatever. The Hawks are gonna get destroyed by Boston, right? You think so?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And the West, I think the Clippers. I mean, Paul George. Like, hey, Clipper fans, I just want to say, there's just one Clipper fan on my Facebook. I don't know. I went to middle school with him. I don't know the guy. Could be a nice guy. Could be a douche based on his post, douchebag. But talks a lot of shit about the Lakers. But hey, guy, neither of your two players ever show up together. You notice that?
Yeah.
And then when they do, they blow a 3-1 lead to Denver. So I mean, it's
I
just
think
Clipper fans just nightmares again. It's like
And
Fucking,
two teams that wanted up getting the raw end of the deal in these playoffs. Number one, the Sacramento Kings, because they have to play the defending champs
you know
and the
one,
Warriors.
I like the Kings in that series as of right now.
And number two, the Los Angeles Clippers, bro.
Yeah,
I really do like them. I do. When they're healthy, they're a pretty good team.
I mean,
One of those teams that they have the Lakers number. They don't got to worry about the Lakers.
even if they're healthy, one, do you like them against Phoenix?
That's what I'm saying. They got the raw end.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just a bad matchup for them, dude.
yeah, they got to play
I think
KD.
Phoenix arguably is the best team in the West healthy. Like, I really don't think you can argue that.
I know it's a small sample size, but they haven't lost with KD when he
Yeah,
plays.
yeah.
So the best you can hope for is some chemistry issues, but that brings up a guy that I want to talk about that has the most to gain and honestly the most to lose because I do think this is going to change the
Narrative.
opinion that we have about him
Okay.
is Chris Paul.
Oh, come on.
I think so.
What's
I
another
think
what's another playoff failure in 10?
I mean, I think it's gonna maybe not change the opinion on
He's
him.
got a lot to gain, I think.
That's what
What
I'm
I agree.
saying, dude. He has a
Yeah.
lot to
But
gain
I'm
because
saying,
this
well,
is
I'm just saying,
last
like,
shot.
oh, I've only fucked up 9 times. I mean, you might as well go for 10. It's like Harden. What if Harden just underperforms again, Juan?
Right, right.
I mean, fucking, we made a
He
video
has
about
so
it.
much to gain, though, man.
I
Because
know
Chris
there is a
Paul,
lot to gain. And
yeah,
again, Harden, like we said last year, like when we made the video, we were like, yo, take the reins, be the dog. Now it's like you clearly are not the dog. You have Embiid. But again, you still have to step up. If you're a guy like James Harden and Embiid is clearly the best player on the Sixers, right? It's not
yeah,
debatable.
he's MVP to me.
You still need to step up if you're the second star, right? Drew Holiday stepped up in the finals against the Suns. Um, Chris Paul did not. So Chris Paul, are you maybe the fourth best player on your team, third best?
Yeah,
You should be the best you've ever been. And I get one, he's 38, but hey, would you rather like Chris Paul's pretty good, right? Has he
yeah.
ever seen the team's third best defender? Third, has he ever been the third guy on the matchup board in his whole
No,
career?
no.
And it's not just like, hey, you're the third gun. Number one is like the most unmatchable person in NBA history.
Mm.
Like, it's not just like, all right, so we got RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Jalen Brunson. Those guys are pretty good. But I think we can figure out a way to stop all three. It's like, oh shit, we can't figure out a way to stop Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
So,
and Devin Booker. I mean,
yeah. I mean, yeah, tough guy book.
scoring
Yeah,
fucking
tough guy book.
machine.
Yeah, tough guy book. Yeah.
You hate Book.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh, man.
Fucking wussy.
Oh man. But I like Phoenix in that series. And
Mhm. How you like Denver? They do chances?
yeah, I like their chances. I think they can beat the Wolves, the Pelicans, and
I
the
mean, I don't mean
Thunder.
chances against the Wolves. One, come on, Lakers beat the Wolves tonight. How do you like the
Well, the
Lakers
way
chances?
that it matches up, who will they have to play in the second round?
I'm saying, do you like them? Do you think they can compete with anybody in the West, Denver, or you think they're like a notch below Phoenix?
I don't think so. I like Golden State and Phoenix as of right now. Because when Golden State has their five out there, you know, we don't know what the fuck's going on with Wiggins, but when it's Wiggins, Curry, Clay, Draymond, and Looney, uh, with that lineup, they're good. Like they're gonna be teams. They have the championship DNA and all that shit. Like they've been there and done that. So I like Golden State and Phoenix. And then on the East, I don't trust Cleveland. I don't trust New York. Uh, I
Cleveland
would
does
say
have a
it's
nice 1 through 5. Cleveland has a good
yeah.
one.
Cleveland started off really good this year, and everyone got excited. And I think Donovan Mitchell had like a big 70-point game this year.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, I just I think they're a little bit too young still, as
Too
far as
little
with like
left behind the ears.
yeah, like Mobley's not completely unlocked yet. I still think I need to see more from him. And it's Boston and Milwaukee to lose. I think it's just gonna come down to those two teams. They're so much more superior than everyone else. How do
Evan
you feel about
Mobley
the East?
has to average I'm just looking up his stats. I'm not like always look up his stats guy. He averaged 17 a game this year. Had to be the quietest 17 points in NBA history. I like Cleveland to win that series. It sucks for the Knicks because I think they're a good team. But again, you look at the Knicks, it's like I said, like who's really the guy? Like, I know Julius Randle's good, but you look at the Cavs, you're like, oh, Donovan Mitchell, this is his team, right? And you have Garland, who's his partner in crime. You have Mobley, who's just this big, lengthy, like SOB, who can just kind of be a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
So I think Cleveland can make some noise. I think Cleveland has a chance to go like win the first round, be a tough out in the second. Like if they play Boston, I feel like they're the type of team to lose the first two in Boston bad, win the next two, lose again, and then maybe lose by one or something in their home game. So I can't trust Cleveland. I'm with you on. I think the path to the East is the Bucks. The Bucks really to like lose. Embiid and the Sixers. It's kind of hard to trust them just because of what they've been through. But Embiid is just such a chess piece. He's just like a shifter by himself.
It's gonna be very impressive, Max, if we see Embiid will his team to like the Eastern Conference Finals or even the
I would love
finals.
to see that from him because I think he's
Because
kind
that's
of
the only way. I
yeah.
don't see like Maxi or one of their third guys like
James Harden, like that Hall of Famer.
yeah, exactly. I don't come on. It's kind of like with CP3. What's with another playoff choke, you know?
Yeah,
But
what's another ring on the
yeah,
belt?
exactly. But I think it comes down to that third guy. Like it's not Tobias Harris, it's not Maxi. I don't trust those guys.
No Paul
Maybe in
Reed.
round one. No, I don't. Like
Paul Reed's a solid 5 minutes off the bench. One.
but their way to success is gonna be Embiid going nuts, and
Oh
he's
yeah,
capable of doing that.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean, the first round it won't matter because they're just better. But yeah,
yeah.
I agree.
I got Milwaukee. If right now, if I had to pick, I got Milwaukee and Phoenix. I think that's the finals
Oh, I'm sure the NBA
rematch.
would love those big markets.
Yeah, most definitely.
I got the Lakers right now, and Cavs. LeBron has to go to Cleveland to win his fifth.
I'm worried about the Lakers, man,
Oh
because
yeah, not after that performance.
it's all gonna depend on like if Schroeder can guard John Morant, like we're gonna have to neutralize John Morant. That's
Oh
when
no,
it's
I,
gonna
I
come
think
down
the
to.
Lakers actually have a chance against Memphis, and I think Memphis is more faulty than. It's not like I believe so much in Lakers. I just kind of doubt Memphis because last year they struggled with the fucking Wolves in round one.
No.
Granted, they didn't have that anchor Gobert on the team back in those days, but it's going to be tough for the Lakers. I mean, Uncle Shay, we need you. Come to every game. Yell at Team Morant. You might have to travel with the team.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp's our new Spike Lee. One, before I got nothing really left to say, I just have a question. Who's your MVP right now if you filled out your ballot?
Joel Embiid.
Okay,
I
glad we agree.
I think he deserves it. Is he the best player in the league? No, I think that's Giannis, but I think Embiid has been the most consistent. He's had big performances after big performances. He's a big guy averaging like 34 points a game. Uh that's absolutely insane. And a night in and night out basis, like he is dominating.
Absolutely. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I'm glad this
Now,
short podcast.
is that because Jokic already won twice?
No, I think Embiid's been better than
Who's your
Jokic.
runner up then?
Jokic. I put him Jokic or Giannis. Either one. I have no complaints. I just don't think either of those two guys were as good as Embiid was this year or meant more to their team. I was going to say, I'm glad this short podcast was talking about the Lakers transformed into a full NBA podcast, but I think we owe it to the fans. It's been a while.
Yeah, we owe it. I think that's gonna do it though,
Do
man.
you have a most disappointing team? Mavericks, right? We're in cahoots.
Yeah, Mavs, not even
Yeah.
close. Throw a little Detroit, but I think they kind of won this season.
Detroit.
I think they won this season, Max. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Because they won the sweepstakes.
Wembanyama.
Highest chances. Exactly.
Vic.
They got the fucking alien, bro. They're gonna draft
a Demi. The Demi Vic.
The real demigod, bro. But I think that's gonna do it, y'all. Maybe we'll pepper in some of these live podcasts during the NBA
I mean, dude, they've seen a
playoffs.
lot of us lately. One, don't sell us short.
Yeah, we've been grinding on these these NFL draft videos. We hope you guys are enjoying them. They're gonna be coming out every every week at least. Maybe 2 a week. I have to see how the scheduling is
Dude,
going
the
with it.
draft is 2 weeks away, Juan, and the fabled Max and Juan mock draft is also 2 weeks away that you might fuck up this year for a third time. I might have to
Malik
bring in help,
Willis.
Juan. I might need to just, expunge you from the records.
We need to make it clear on what we're doing, though. Like,
Hey, asshole, I wanna get picks right. I don't want what would Juan do.
that's so whack, though, because it's so hard to pick, bro.
No shit, it's hard to pick.
It's
No
hard.
shit. What
So
do you
that's
do a
why you gotta
bracket?
go off
So
the
when you do a
walls.
bracket, you're just like, "I like this team. I don't wanna guess the games right."
Hey. The Raiders once upon a time drafted Clelin Ferrell, asshole. So shut up.
I would have
Anything
mocked
can
that.
happen. Exactly.
Who
You gotta
you
go
gonna I'm
off
gonna
the
mock
walls.
you. I think you guys could use an O lineman.
I wanted the excitement for the draft. That was what it was. I wanted Malik Willis to go to make the fucking world go upside down. Didn't happen though.
Yeah, wrong round.
Way
Asshole.
wrong round. By like 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Oh man. But that's gonna do it, guys. We hope you guys are enjoying the content. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification button, bro. It gives you a notification anytime we drop bangers like this one, or when we go live for that NFL draft. Okay, we're gonna be having raw reactions to the draft, 3-hour fucking hit. Maybe 4. I don't know how long the draft is these days, but I know it's long
I
as
think it was
hell.
like 346. I just watched the video. I didn't rewatch this because I'm not a serial. I'm like a sociopath. I just wanted to see how long the last one was. It's like 346.
Yeah, so it's pretty long, man. So make sure to join us, man. Grab some
Oh, it's
food.
long, guys. It's long.
Make sure to order your pizza early, unlike Max. The
Fuck
mystery of
you.
the draft day pizza.
I don't even know if they know the story about the fabled draft pizza.
They probably don't. We'll save that for draft
wings for
day.
20 picks.
Make sure to get
Audio
your
listeners,
draft
sorry.
day. Make sure to get your draft day pizza on early. All right.
Are we doing pizza this year?
We'll see. Well,
How about
maybe
Jersey
we'll
Mike's?
switch it up.
How about Jersey Mike's?
Why do you love Jersey Mike so much?
What do you fucking Subway like an animal?
Yeah.
Eat fucking horse meat.
Eat fresh.
Dude, let's get Whopper.
Oh my god, Subway would never fucking sponsor
Fuck
us because
Subway.
of
I
that
hired
fucking
Jared. You fucking
statement.
molester. You fucking serve us horse meat.
All right, this pod is going off the fucking walls. All right, we'll hope that this video is still monetized after what Max just said.
Will that ruin it?
I don't know. YouTube hates us sometimes. We
Joe's
out
a large
though.
simp, guys.
We out. Peace.